Hey intermediate crew, welcome to 2.2. It is a lower body resistance training and it's full on, I'm not gonna lie. There is so much programmed on here, but this is really for those that kind of want to take their body and their legs to the next level, want to hit every muscle and learn some new things. So what we have in here is actually the barbell deadlift. We've got supersets. So supersets is using the same muscles back to back, but a different exercise to work the same muscle. Ouch. So what we're doing is mixing a little bit of plyometrics, a little bit of static holds, back with some lifts, as well as kind of, like I said, a barbell deadlift. Now this is new, you can do it with dumbbells. If this is just like, whoa, too massive, just cut it out. I've made sure you hit it with the glute lifts anyway, if that makes sense. But like I said, if you're looking for something new, thinking progressing, want to learn some new skills, this is a great little place to sort of start, if that makes sense. All right, so supersets. You got dumbbell squats with mini step outs, back with a wall sit. Oh, all right. So we're going to show you the mini step outs. All right, so squatting. Woo. We're going to squat down, mini step out, and in, back up. So squat, out, in, back up. You've got to hold that core to that spine. Back up, yeah? So really hold that chest up, hold that core, little rest, push with the heels and up, yeah? Too much for the mini steps, just get rid of them. Don't even worry, yeah? Just there for progression if you need to. Back with your wall sits, you're gonna come against the wall, you're gonna have your timer, 1 minute, 90 degrees, back's flat, shoulders down, neck's nice and neutral. And it is, the more you get that technique right, the harder it is. So it's gonna burn quicker. All I have to do is take my legs up a little bit, round my shoulders off, push it in my back, and I can sit here for ages. Yeah? Really important to get the technique right and make it super hard for yourself. Next one, barbell deadlifts. Now think about what we've been doing. We've been nailing the straight leg deadlifts. So hip width apart, straight leg deadlift. Yeah, hinging from the hip, weights are coming down forward, and really finding it tricky to stop those legs from squatting. Yeah, so knees are soft. So many people get tired and they start to do this. Pretty much where we're heading, if that makes sense. So a deadlift works a weight from the bottom, pushing through top and back down. So as if the weight is dead and we need to pick it up off the ground. What we want to do though is not use the back and use correct technique. So we can do that by creating a Romanian deadlift, which is actually similar to our straight leg, but we get to bend the legs, yay! So shaking the dumbbells down the front, the shoulders are back so the lats are contracted, we're coming down the front. What we're trying to do is find that point right here where my hamstrings are on and they're ready to work, if that makes sense. And then we're coming back up. So you want to find the point where the hamstrings come on, yeah, but we don't start to round off the back or the lower lumbar, if that makes sense. So reversing it to find this point. So what's different about this is the hips are allowed to be higher than the knees and the shoulders are obviously higher than the hips versus the squat where we're down lower, if that makes sense. So from here, you can practice the deadlift by doing the Romanian deadlift, which is just finding that point. From here, we find that point and we're standing up. So the starting point is down low and then we come up. We're going to push through the heels and back up again. The reason why you can add a little bit of weight is because the glutes fire, you're squeezing through the glutes, squeeze and tuck in. Imagine you're trying to hold a coin between your butt cheeks, if that makes sense. So putting some weight on it just to see where you're going. Yeah, you might have some weights at home. You might even have a big plate that you can hold onto with handles that you can come through and lift. The bar would come over the feet, in the middle of the feet. You can sort of see that work. We've set it, we're coming down. We want to make sure that we're lifting the bar, not the bar lifting us. Lifting, for example, so when we come up, if I'm rounding off to pull it up, yeah, the bar's lifting me, if that makes sense. I'm gonna lift the bar by having the shoulders back. Bottom is down, but not past knees. And then the shoulders stay in place, yeah? I'm pushing through in one motion, yeah? Back down, up. Yep, squeezing the butt at the top. And then back down, if that makes sense. Any rounding of the back, not good. So there it is for a little bit of playtime. Get your broomstick out, have a look in the mirror. We're at the end of week 12, but we're looking for a little bit of progression, which is cool as well. All right, next one is your elevated front leg lunge. Ooh, I'll just drop this one down. So, Pro Crew had the split from behind. You guys got it at the front. Yep, all this is gonna allow us for more depth. Again, the butt is starting to come lower than the knee here, and you're gonna feel that static push big time with your dumbbells. Then we've got that back with your straight leg deadlift. So you guys know this one because we've been mixing it up. So make sure we're getting some nice isolated movements there. Again, this, if you're not starting to feel this with your repetitions, you know you need to increase your weight as well. Back doing for 3 rounds, then we're gonna come over to the dumbbell wall glute lifts. So again, what we're trying to do here is work through the glutes, isolate them a little bit, use your dumbbells. I have to not choke myself with this top. Dumbbells on the hips, feet just outside hip width apart, and squeeze up. So here, squeeze up. It just allows for more depth, which usually the floor would stop us doing. And then you've got your single legs through here as well. Either side. Yay! So nice and sweaty work without having to run around. Now's the running around part. 8-minute AMRAP. You got jump squats. Squat, jump. Very much like the Toyotas from Tabata. Back with the alternating curtsy lunges. So take it behind 45 degrees. Make sure that knee is not being locked and twisted. But you've got that nice free range with that heel. Back with some elevated sit-ups. So through here, heels up. Use a dumbbell if you need to. If not, keep those arms in front. Touch those toes. We're going up and back. And then you're out for a loop run, 50-meter loop run. You're only going to get a couple of rounds in, but it's to get your heart rate up. Super high before we take it down. But one last thing, we've got our accessory training, because I know you want it, and you want to feel your hips and your butt, and for some reason you like the pain. Lying completely side on, balancing a cup on the outside of the foot, the toes are towards the face. We're going to come up about 45 degrees. We're going to lift, 20 right, 20 left. Then you're going to do your kickaways. Use your arm to support you. Knee in front, kick out the front. Breathe. These are going to squeeze into the glutes. We're getting gluteus minimus, maximum, everything's going on today. And then lying it over, rolling over, and you've got your heel beats. Woo. We had these the other day, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. We're building muscle back there. It's tough work. You're not going to want to do it, but it's worth it. So enjoy the sweat that the lifting gives you. Back with some cardio, back with some accessories, and that's 12.2.